All right, three, two, one, let's get it. Today, I'm reading out of Molly Fletcher's book, A Winner's Guide to Negotiating, How Conversation Gets Deals Done. And there's a line in there that I really like. She said, "It's never an easy negotiation, but you can make it easier on yourself." And I really like that she said on yourself, not for yourself, but on yourself. Because, see, that distinction really matters. See, when you're trying to make it easier for yourself, you're hoping things just fall into place. You want a smooth road. You think that logic's going to be enough. And you assume that the customer will say yes because it's the right thing to do, because you just have good intentions. But sales and also life don't work that way. Negotiation is uncomfortable. It's uncertain. It's not going to be clean, and it's not going to be convenient. But when you make it easier on yourself, you're preparing for the unexpected. You're getting mentally tough. You're conditioning yourself to deal with the pressure, and you're fueling your brain for what's ahead. And that's what Molly Fletcher calls mental fuel. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because sales, it's not the most physically demanding job, but it is mentally exhausting. You're going to fail more than you succeed. You're going to lose more deals than you close. But the wins make it all worth it. And they more than make up for the losses if you're using the right fuel. So let me talk about your mental fuel mix today. Because if you want to keep showing up with clarity, with confidence, with control, bro, you got to check not only your fuel, but also your fuel mixture. So mental fuel number one is resilience. I'm glad she kicked off with this one. Resilience is your ability to get stretched and still bounce back to form. I see it happen all the time. Salespeople, they start off strong, but they emotionally get hijacked. They get a string of rejections, string of bad customers, and they end up crumbling. It's like they're stretched out collars on a cheap shirt, man. You know, when you pull it, it never comes back to shape. That's what salespeople who lack resilience, that's what they look like. The best ones, they're like that dry fit. You can pull on them, you can stretch them, you can test them, and those good salespeople are going to bounce right back. That's resilience. I tell my salespeople all the time, don't let 10% of the customers ruin 90% of your month. The 10% of those nasty customers who don't appreciate anything that you do, you're not for them. Don't carry their energy into your next opportunity. You got to recover fast. Fletcher even asked one of the top golf coaches in the world what separates the elite from the rest. And he said they have the ability to recover quickly from adversity. And that's it. That's what good salespeople have, a short-term memory loss. They take the lesson and they move on. It's like a quarterback studying the game film in between drives. They get off to the side, they sit on the bench, they make the quick mental corrections, and they're back in the game. Mental fuel number two, openness. Bro, you never know. And if you never know, you never know. A deal that looks dead comes back to life. It's like the Lazarus. in biblical terms, Lazarus was dead and he came alive. Sometimes that's what your deals look like. But then also, man, a sure deal. How many sure deals? Yeah, it should be a deal today. Psh, they ghost you. It falls apart. So if you never know, you got to stay open. Simon Sinek says that he loves talking to people in finance. He said because when they're doing well, they think they're a genius. And when they're not doing well, they blame it on the market conditions. And Sinek said you can't mix logic. You can't have it both ways. You're either lucky or unlucky. Stupid or a genius. So he said the only thing that you can do is say, I work hard and I'm just lucky. That's it. You're not a genius. And not everything is outside of your control. Work hard. Stay open. Rock on. And this ties into mental fuel number three, vision. I tell my salespeople, play the round, not the hole. And I use this in golf terms. Because when you play the hole, you have one bad customer blows up, but then you blow the whole round of golf. But when you play the round, when you understand that, look, you had a blow-up hole. You had a blow-up moment. Okay, things didn't come. It was supposed to be a sure thing, fell apart. All right, play the round, not the hole. You still have 24 more days in this month. Play that whole round. Don't throw away the day because of a bad moment. Don't throw away your month because of a bad moment, because the ball didn't bounce your way. Vision is what keeps you focused on where you're headed, not where you stumbled. Don't get head faked on that. Don't count how many days you have left. You got to just do some quick math. How many days do you have more? I don't like to say left. Left, how many days left is a scarcity mentality. How many days more? That's abundance. So how many days do you have more? You calculate where you need to be from where you are. You divide that by the number of days. Divide that by your closing ratio. Boom. That's how many customers you need. That's your vision. Go, work it. Mental fuel number 4. You got to seek what's good. Find your do wells, man. A lot of times I'll talk to salespeople like, yeah, I was like, bro, you did good on that deal. And he's like, I didn't even sell them. I'm like, not everything is going to result in a sale. Hell, if you do everything statistically perfect, and most times you're not going to make the sale anyway. Here are the things that you did well. That's what you have to do on your own, is find your do wells. What are the things that you actually did well? Maybe you kept your cool when you hit something unexpected. Maybe you went one step further when you mentally wanted to quit. Sales isn't about one big win. It's not from hello to congratulations. You got to sell the steps. You got to sell one step at a time. My sales manager told me that a long time ago. He said, Marsh, don't worry about selling the car. Sell the step. Just sell one step at a time. If you focus on the step, the sale is going to take care of itself. I can't make a customer buy. I can heavily influence it by focusing on the next step. Mental fuel number 5, discipline. This goes without saying. Discipline is a controlled code of behavior. Behavior is how you conduct yourself, especially when things aren't going your well. So, with a controlled code of behavior, you can't control what's not controllable, but you can control what you got going on. Don't snap at customers. Don't lash out at coworkers. Don't take it out on your damn family. Stay the course with that vision, calculation, openness, you never know, resilience. You stick to your process, even when it sucks. See, you got to suck in order to succeed. Think tight, play loose. You got to think tight. That's your process. Play loose. Don't be all rigid. Don't look like an old out-of-shape T-shirt. Number 6, creativity, improvisation. And I'm going to add one more, curiosity. These are key, man. Creativity. When you lack resources, you get resourceful. Things are going to fall apart. Things are not going to go as planned. That's what improv is. You don't panic. You use what you got. You get curious. See, you get better not with the customer. You get better in between the customers. When you're with a customer, you're fluid. You're curious. You're adaptable. And you just figure out, I love the metaphorical term, you keep the ball bouncing. How can I keep the ball bouncing? You're looking for other opportunities, other options. That's what we do as salespeople. We're just there to show your customers other ways of looking at it. That's what you're there to do. So you bring in different things. But you're not going to, if you're not curious, you're not creative, and you don't improvise. Things, look, tech is going to fall apart. Handles are going to come. I've had door handles fall off in my hand. You make light of it, and you keep going, man. It's like live TV. You keep it rocking. Keep the ball bouncing. Mental fuel number 7, gratitude, man. Gratitude. Sometimes we lose sight of this. We get so cynical. Not everybody can do what you do. Be proud of that. Don't lose sight of that. Yes, it's going to be hard. If it wasn't hard, you would have never got the job. It's the people who no longer had the mental fuel. It's the people who could no longer hang in it. They didn't have the right fuel mixture. They said, you know what? I can't take this anymore. See, take it is the operative word. They took it on. They thought they were trying to make it easy for themselves. You can make it easier on yourself by understanding negotiations are hard. They're messy. They're unclear. You never know. But with the right mixture and with that gratitude put in, man, it's going to be hard. But that's why you make the kind of money that you do. You're not as good as you think you are, but you're also not as bad as you think you are either. ABC, man. Always be climbing. There's always room for growth. So let me ask you this. What's your mental fuel mixture look like today? It's one thing to have fuel. It's another thing, bro, you got to have that right mixture. Are you low on resilience? Are you lacking some discipline? Did you get kind of cynical? You forget your gratitude? This isn't about perfection. It's maintaining that awareness where you say, bro, I got to tighten up a little bit of this game. Maybe you've let some things slide a little bit. And this is what I want to bring to your awareness, where you can look at all, what is this, 7 of these? All 7 of these, and say, man, I've gotten a little cynical. You know what? I'm not very open-minded. I'm not curious. I'm not creative. I don't have any improvisation. I don't have any vision. I'm just going there hoping I sell something today. I lack the resilience. I'm kind of stretched out of shape. I'm just lost. It's all perspective, man. Where are you right now? Sales in life is a game of endless negotiations, forever. And the most successful negotiators, they fuel their mind to handle anything. Basically, they make it easier on themselves. Not for yourself, but on yourself. Let me tell you something. You deserve success, but you're not entitled to it. You got to work at it every single day. All right? Thanks so much for sharing this episode. Who needs this? Who needs the right mental fuel mixture? Who's a little bit off? Including you, including me. That's why I'm bringing it to you, because I need it too. All right, with that, keep it simple, keep it moving, never settle, stay tough. Peace.